Well, there were quite a few games that went on in NFL Week 5. Start this one off with your guys' Buffalo Bills. They suck.
Our guys's.
Yeah, your guys's. You said that they were going to walk all over Jacksonville. This team's too good. Blah, 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 blah. Stunk it up in England.
Okay.
Listen, Jacksonville is just playing a home game, even though it was an away game for them. That's unfair. They were there for 2 weeks already. Bills.
Hey man,
Bills
if you're that much better, show up and perform.
I mean, the Bills were stupid enough to take a red-eye flight, I'm pretty sure, get there as late as possible to try to offset everything. So they were extremely jet-lagged. You could tell in the whole entire first half of that game. Second half, they kind of figured something out, but they just could not put anything together.
Listen, Stephon Diggs had 8 receptions for 121 yards, and Gabe Davis had 6 receptions for 100 yards. If you see that, you better win some games.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
But you didn't because you suck, Buffalo. Your team's bad.
All right. Well, they just beat the Dolphins the week prior, and you were the one out here. It's like, who can stop the Dolphins? Who did the almighty Dolphins win?
Everybody gets 1 points. Except the Bills have now lost 2, and not looking good.
Chiefs, number 1 seed.
Go.
Lock.
I will say the Jags did not look good in that game. I don't know if you guys woke up early enough to watch it. I caught the second half. Awful. Both teams looked horrible. And the Bills did take quite a few injuries. Von Miller was out of the game very early. They also lost another 2 defensive linemen.
Matt Milano.
And now Matt Milano is out for the season, which is their entire defense.
a big chunk.
No, he is. Listen, when we played against the Bills, we as the Kansas City Chiefs, every time they do not have Matt Milano, we absolutely destroy them. And when Matt Milano is in, he makes it either a competitive game or they smack us. And when Matt Milano is not in, that team is bad. That defense is bad.
I don't know if the Bills have ever truly smacked us, but
what was that? What was that game with the rain delay? Was it last season? The Bills smacked us in the regular season.
Was that 14 points? Is that really a smacking?
I think was it
one of the
14?
One of the regular season games between us was only 24-20. I don't. God, we got to know this, guys.
We didn't bring it up.
Now I'm looking it up.
It's tie ball.
Because we got smacked.
What do you constitute as a smacking?
Boys, we lost by 18 points. It was 38-20.
Last year?
That was in 21.
That was in 21. So I couldn't remember. Last year, year before.
Okay, all right, fine. They smacked us in 21, 2 years ago. Congratulations.
Completely different team now.
Yeah, because Matt Milano's out.
Well, I mean, in a span of 4 games, that's the only game that they've beaten us by that much. And the 2 other games are AFC Championship games. So
we're good.
We're good. Don't have to worry about it. Matt Milano's out for the season. Probably done for his career.
Whoa.
Actually, not both of them as AFC Championship games. One of them was just a regular playoff game. But sorry. Be real. The Bills suck. We get it. Bills suck.
Is Derrick Henry done?
Are you done with Derrick Henry in fantasy football? Do you still have him?
I still have him.
He's trying to get some bullshit across, though, man. Don't trade it with him. Don't do it.
We held one conversation for 2 messages. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, you try getting Joe Burrow out of that.
You were offering. I was just throwing something out there. You didn't even counter.
It wasn't worth it.
Could have been.
Is he done, Tybo?
You guys gonna help me out on this thing or not?
I'm asking him.
Good,
is he done?
I
Derrick
just
Henry.
really quickly looked up his contract. I mean, he's under contract for like 3 or 4 more years right now. He's still going to be collecting a paycheck at some point, but his effectiveness days are coming to a close.
It just goes
So
to
that means they're
prove
probably
Like,
moving
dude,
off of him.
he is not a short yardage running back. He got
Well,
stuffed.
he's also showing us, I mean, he has shown us over the years that he is a volume shooter. You have to give him you've got to give him 20 plus carries a game for him to actually be effective. That's the way that Derrick Henry has always been. And they are not giving him the volume because they're so far behind in games. They don't have a quarterback that can throw it 8 yards. Their best wide receiver is typically only available for about 8 or 9 games, and then he's done. So he's got 4 more weeks left.
and Treylon Burks
DeAndre
has been hurt.
Hopkins. And Treylon Burks, the rookie, has been
Second
not
year.
available.
Second year guy.
Second year.
Finding him for that?
Whatever.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
I hate you.
You have the most fines, bro.
Well, it's not going to help you guys at all because I'm going to win Pick'em this year.
No, you're not.
So thanks.
All right. If I'm like lost for Pick'em, you gotta catch him, Sean. You gotta fucking step it
I'm
up.
going.
Punk ass bitch.
Whoa. I'll just copy
Step
him.
it up.
Just like I'm going to get the bag for myself because I'm just going to pay myself for winning Pick'em. Jonathan Taylor got a big old bag from the
something.
Indianapolis Colts. And then they continue to just give the ball to Zach Moss. What was the point of Jonathan Taylor getting contract after the first 4 weeks? Zach Moss is putting up stat line after stat line after stat line. What is the point?
They got a 2-headed monster at running back, bro.
They didn't even use Jonathan Taylor.
He's getting acclimated. He'll be utilized. I mean, you don't. First game is fine.
23 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns for Zach Moss after they just gave Jonathan Taylor the bag for a run.
He's coming off the
It's not going to stay that way.
and you're
It's not going to stay
worry about that?
Exactly. Right. The first week he comes back, it's not
He
going
was
to stay.
never injured. He was never injured. He came out and said he wasn't injured.
You don't know that.
I mean, he came out and said it.
It's contract negotiations.
You
man.
don't know that.
I don't know if the Colts know what they're doing. Unless they're gonna ship Zach Moss off now for a hefty pick. They're gonna get a bag. They're gonna get a bag in return for him.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if they don't have a quarterback, so they have Gardner.
Calm down, Mississippi Mudflaps back there.
They have Gardner. He's gonna be fine, but he's not gonna take him to the Super Bowl or anything.
Well, neither was
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
I mean, he could take him deep over a few years, but right now he just gets hurt all the time.
Yes, Tybo.
I misspoke earlier. This is the last year of Derrick Henry's contract. He's not under contract for 3 or 4 more years. So I'm sorry, guys.
That's a fine.
I'm sorry. That was so sad.
There you go. There's another fine
Is
to add to my.
finally.
Can we get to pick him?
No, we got more football to talk. Is it time for Bailey Zappi in New England?
Absolutely.
It's time for Malik Cunningham, actually. Bailey Zappi is not it. Mac Jones wasn't it.
Clearly, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
It doesn't
Mac
matter
Jones
who else
copycat isn't it. It's Malik Cunningham.
I mean, Mac
Bring
Jones
him
has
in.
been horrific. He wasn't good last year, and everybody's like, "Oh, just chalk it up to that 1 year." Mac Jones is atrocious stepping on the football field.
Well, hey, has Bill Belichick lost his fastball?
Bill Belichick never had a fastball. He had
Solid
Tom Brady.
defense.
I think Bill Belichick has a good fastball changeup setup and probably like a good slider, something like that. But I don't think, Bill Belichick never really had a fastball.
You want to elaborate on that? What the hell did you just say? Quarterback speak, fine.
That's not quarterback speak.
It was a different.
Bill Belichick
It's
is
pitcher
Bill
speak.
Belichick is better at like setting you up. So like fastball, 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 changeup. You know what I'm saying?
Know
And
what
then
you're
he
saying.
had a good slider. Like he had something breaking ball, like something to
He threw some junk.
confuse you. Yeah, something to confuse you.
Good knuckleball.
Yeah, sure. Maybe
Sure.
not a knuckleball pitcher,
No,
but like
not a knuckleball.
yeah. Belichick doesn't have the heat. He doesn't have the arm that's gonna like fuck
But
you up.
I was thinking more.
You
He throws that 93 mile per hour, just paints the lines. That type of fastball.
I mean, he's got
Oh, reliable.
he's gonna hit you with a changeup at the right time.
When is it coming? Because last
It's
year
not
it didn't come at all, and this year
he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it with Mac Jones.
he's not going to do
Like
it with Mac
he
Jones, or
loses
he's not going to do away with Mac Jones.
with a quarterback like Mac Jones. He loses all. He loses not
Everything.
all, but he loses like 75% of his like setup.
Do you
You
think
don't
we're gonna
have
see
time. You
another?
don't have the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL up until this point. He's not that great of a coach. There, I've
He's got
said
a
it.
losing record without Tom Brady and Bledsoe.
Is that all time or just post?
All time.
All time. He's without Tom Brady.
Without Tom Brady, he's
Bledsoe,
got a losing record.
and Bledsoe. For Bledsoe. With two
Well,
fantastic quarterbacks.
Take Bledsoe out of the. Bledsoe, in my opinion, is like good, not great type shit. Like he's not even like Philip Rivers style.
He's not
prior to
fantastic.
the injury, he was.
And I would give Philip Rivers like great, not Hall of Fame. You know,
We don't need to have this conversation again.
Philip Rivers doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. As Mac Jones probably doesn't belong in this league. Give Colin Kaepernick another shot.
You think he belongs in the XFL?
That's fine. I think his persona fits great for it. If that's what he wants to do. I don't know if he wants to or not. If playing football it means that much to him that he's gonna go play in a joke league, that's fine. But he's a joke in the NFL. And I think the only reason he's sticking around is because he's got like it's like one or two games every year, and I think he already had one, and it was in a loss. 1 or 2 games a year, like, oh man, hey, this kid might have something, but the rest of his body of work is just trash.
You're talking about a joke. I think the Ravens are a big fat joke. Every single time they come in with all this hype every single year, and then what happens?
Oh, everybody talks about the Ravens don't have receivers. Lamar doesn't have receivers. He still has not thrown for over 250 yards in a game yet this year.
They don't. Their game plan has fallen apart. I don't. There's so many people. I've seen a lot of media personnel, lots of commentators, lots of analysts say that they haven't like stuck to like Lamar's ways and the old school like Ravens playbook. But like, what'd you say? He didn't have a game over 250 passing yards. Like, I just don't. They might be trying some new stuff in that Ravens offense, but shit ain't working.
Not at all. I mean, they have 4,000 running backs a season that they go through.
Which is
don't
sad.
have a receiver that can.
Running backs go to die. It's the Lamar Jackson curse. When you have a running back and quarterback, like you can't.
You don't have a quarterback.
You don't have a running back.
Or a quarterback.
Yeah, you're left with neither.
And after taking that ugly loss to division rivals Steelers, I don't know if there's much left. I mean, for the Ravens, they can
Ravers.
They're
raving. They're raving in Baltimore because they're not good at football. They've taken their talents elsewhere to raving.
They messed up by giving Lamar that contract, huh?
No, he deserved every little bit of that. It's only 3 years.
All football contracts are like paying you for past achievements. It doesn't matter what you do forward.
Well, I can tell you he's not doing it.
In some situations. He's long gone are the days of his MVP level play. Lamar isn't good enough of his oldest criticism. He's not good enough of a passer to be that good in the NFL. Even though he has an MVP, he doesn't have a Super Bowl win. He doesn't have very many wins of meaning. He's not going to go down in the history books.
And it's not like he's left without receivers. He's obviously got Mark Andrews, one of the league's better tight ends. And Zay Flowers is much better than I gave him credit for. You guys remember me talking all sorts of trash on Zay Flowers at the beginning of the season, right after the draft. I did not think he was going to turn out well. And the kid out there, he goes out there and performs. He's young. He's going to make rookie mistakes for sure, but he's a lot better than I thought he would be. And Lamar just can't get the job done.
He's flashy, and at his peak, I love him as a playmaker. I really do. But yeah, he's not good enough of a passer to create a Super Bowl winning team.
Lamar's era came and went very quickly.
He's fun. He's like a poor man's Mike Vick, in my opinion. Even though he has more rushing yards or some shit.
He just runs the ball more often. He doesn't have as good of an arm.
Yeah.